Welcome everyone, it's Shari Carroll for SimonsSaysStamp.com with an exclusive holiday flip card stamp set from Art Impressions just for Simon Says Stamp. The stamp set has snowmen and penguins, and they are the fronts and the backs, and there's some really nice messages that you can put together just for the holidays. I've stamped the penguins and I've stamped the fronts and the backs, and I have colored those with some colored pencils. These stamps were designed to go with the flip card die, and you cut your paper 5.5 by 6.5, and then you place your die in the center. On the back of the package for the die, it has all the instructions of where to place everything and what size to cut your papers. So you have your score line placed at 3¼ inches, and that is just exactly half of the card. I've already die cut mine, so I'll remove this die to show you how this works. It cuts a place to put your message on the outside, and then the fold lines will fold down. I've cut this onto 100-pound cardstock, and the score lines work just perfectly for this. Once you have your card folded, just use your bone folder just to crease those into nice crisp folds. And when you open your card, it has a place for a message on the inside. I've used the Simon Says Stamp dies, and these are the stitch slopes and hills, and I've cut a couple pieces of white cardstock using just one die, and I'll use the positive and the negative. I'll be using a little bit of adhesive on the back side and placing it onto the front of the card. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap at the bottom so that it shows the rest of that fog cardstock. And I'll add the second piece to the inside of the card. I've trimmed up some white cardstock for my messages, and I'm inking my stamps up with Simon Says Stamp SLATE ink, and I'll stamp these right onto those pieces of paper. And once those are stamped, I've put those onto a little piece of red cardstock just to give it a nice border. And I'll add some adhesive strip to the inside of my card and place my Christmas greeting on the inside. And for the front of the card, I've added some foam adhesive and a twine bow that is wrapped around. I've die cut a couple snowflakes, and I'm trimming up into the center of this, and I'll be just kind of cutting out a wedge. What I want to do is to make some room for my penguins to sit flat on top. I've done the same snowflake, cutting out that wedge, and this will sit on the inside, and I can let this overlap onto the inside message because it won't interfere. So to glue these snowflakes down, I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue. I didn't place any glue at the top of that snowflake so that it can sit freely when I open the card. This is a super fun interactive card where on the front of your card you have the front of your critters. You could have your snowman or your penguins. And then on the inside of the card you have the back sides and also a secondary greeting. I hope I've given you some inspiration in using the exclusive holiday flip card stamp set from Art Impressions with Simon Says Stamp. And as always, thanks so much for watching.